Right, we're done. Leo Woodall is biologically female, proven by the way she minces, look. And we're done. Let's cut you out, Leo, and add you to the channel. There we go. Leo Woodall. Leo Woodall. Create. Lovely. Right, let's come back. We're doing Third Rock from the Sun. Kristen Johnson, Son of Man Code. French Stewart. 2 first names if French is a first name. I know it's a first language. John Lithgow. Oh my gosh. Simbi Kelly. What clavicles are they from? Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He's a tightrope worker. And Jane Curtin. JC code. Why? Why the JC code, I hear you say? Jesus wash away my troubles. Why? Where are we? I can't sing like a girl. I can attempt to. Look at that for a chinny chin chin. Ian Lithgow. Is that really? It's got to be related to John Lithgow, surely. Ian Lithgow, you can go up there just for being a family member, I'm sure. David DeLuise. I bet you any money that is Dom DeLuise's daughter. I've got to look. I'm sorry. It's curiosity. All right, that's Third Rock. Did I pick enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I picked them 6. Then I picked those 2, didn't I? Right, yeah. I think that's good enough. Kristen Johnson is your first up. We're done. We are absolutely done. On the neck, on the clavs. The Adam's apple in show, look, the track here. The rectangular, far apart eyes, the short sloping forehead, the high wide cheekbones, look. They're not hamster cheeks, look. They're not stuffed full ear. They're up high, look, and the wide. The ears are set low in line with the mouth almost, look. All they've done is bolt off the chin, chop the middle out, put the 2 pieces back, and then stick it all back on so she has a feminine looking chin. They're trying to egg the face, look. They're trying to turn the shape into an egg. But no amount of plastic surgery will reduce that jawline, or the teeth, the width of the mouth, or the distance in those eyes. That's why you have to study this ratio and distance to see a big spread face versus a face that's being pushed down, look. This is a squashy face, look, and that's a spread. It's spread open, look. Use the triangle method. This triangle is smaller and pushed down because of the 5 head. And once you get used to seeing it, look, that's a male skull. It's a spread face, look. Draw a triangle. The face is spread right across the skull. When you want to see a girl, look, with the face pushed down, you're going to see a bigger... You're going to see Mickey Mouse's ears, is what you're going to see. Look, can you see the shape of Mickey Mouse's ears? There, creating the letter M. Right there, there's your 5 head, there's your close set eyes, your high set ears, your pink lips, your sloping jawline, look, the bolt on chin, and the long face. The squashy but long face of a woman. They look wrong, don't they? Who's got the bigger, deeper face and eyes? Like, it's here. The bowling ball head, look at the size of it. My head does not look like a sodding Tic Tac. Bink. Ryan Reynolds, sorry. Ryan Reynolds dated that. Ryan Reynolds, you dirty little cow. Oh my gosh. How old is Ryan there? About 18. And Kristen Johnson must have been, what, I don't know, 30 something. Look at those eyes. Does that look sultry and sexy? Or does it look like a bloke who's staring back at you? Look at them gnashers. Oh, we're done. Look at those teeth. They look like them teeth you get in a joke shop. You know the ones you wind up and they go along the desk? They look like them type of teeth. That has got to be one of the biggest mouths I've seen in Hollywood so far. It's right up there with Cameron Diaz. And, well, Cameron Diaz is... You know who Cameron Diaz looks like, don't you? Cameron Diaz. Flex. No, Cameron Diaz. Grin. Should we have grin or smile? Smile. Smile. Ooh, smile. Images. We want a big one like that. Oof! Oof! Last time I saw a mouth that big, it was on the inside of a fish tank, sucking algae off the front of the glass. All the way along it was. Look at the size of that head. And it really does remind me. That's what Amanda looked like when I grew up. I'm telling you. Very, very uncannily similar to that. I'm telling you. And I never noticed. He gave me the biggest love bite. Yeah, honestly, I know it. I just know it. I just wish I'd taken pictures of all my love bites. I wish we'd had mobile phones with cameras on at school in my day. But we didn't. So none of it's documented, unfortunately. But yeah, there you go. Cameron Diaz, wide mouth. And it's the same thing. Some people call that the Joker smile, but it's not the Joker smile. The Joker smile belongs to an FTM look. Jack Nicholson or Michael... No, not Michael Keaton. Jack... Any of the Jokers, anyway. Jack Nicol. Oh, why is that not going up there? Toss. Joker smile. Heath Ledger, any of them. They've all got small... What they do is they put this makeup on to make it look like a wider mouth than it actually is. Because when one of these Jokers smile, the FTMs, you get that triangle that the male doesn't give you because his dental arch is broader. Why can I not... Joker smile. Jack Nicholson, that should bring up, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. That pointed triangle that you only get with a woman. Arching eyebrows. Look at those arched eyebrows. The high set ears. The tiny dental arch. That is the Joker smile. I know they say Joyce Meyer's got one, but he's still got a bigger dental arch than Jack Nicholson. But it does look very similar, I'll give you that, because of all the plastic surgery. I think they actually tried to make Mayer look more like this than he wanted to. But the point is, the smile's drawn on. These red bits at the edge, it's makeup. The actual smile is smaller than that of a real man. The lion smile. That is the lion smile. It's not the Joker smile, it's the lion smile. You're mistaking them. Right, look at this arm. Look at this arm. Ah, where was that? Who sent me that? What was that on? Which picture did you send me? It was notifications. Wait. Notifications. I think it was my bit of Southern Treater, wasn't it, Tracy? Yeah, this one, Tracy. Fucking no. Look at the diesel on that. But it was the hand. It was the hand. Look at the hand. What?
Actors, actresses,
meatball knuckles and everything.
So you think they're out there and...
I'm telling you now, just look at that hand. That hand, if it hit you, it would knock you into next week. It would. It would no longer be Wednesday. It would be Tuesday next week. I'm telling you. That would put... That would knock... That would... I could call that a DeLorean fist. It won't cost you anything on a bus because you've time travelled. You can't go back. Size of that hand. I agree, Tracy. That's a massive hand. Right, let's come back. Look at the size of that arm there. That is huge. The torque that is going to create. You see, this is where when I've told you, you know, when you like, who did we look at yesterday with a Popeye muscle? Oh my God, who did we look at yesterday with Popeye muscles? I can't remember. Conor McGregor will do. She's got Popeye muscles. Conor McGregor. No, not net worth. Flex. Where are they? The little Popeye ones, look. Beep, 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 beep. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Can't we get a close-up on them? Remember, the Bible tells you that they will wink their eyes and stick out their tongues. I'm sure that's a mastectomy mark. See that under the armpit there? I don't know if we can get that on big. That is big. Bang, dang it. Never mind. Oh no. We're not in images. It's not big. There. So they get these little balled up muscles. And if you just look, where is he? Let's bring him down this end so I can do it. Look at the length from shoulder to... Look at the length of that muscle there! And then you've got this look. She's strong to the finish because she's eat the spinach. She's Popeye the Sailor Man. With pink lips, look. Never trust a man whose eyes are too close together and ears are set too high. These are the harder ones for you to get your head around, that women are doing this. That women grow beards and get these little Popeye muscles. They can even get to this standard. Is that Devin, what's his name? No, Flex Lewis. Well, Flex Lewis has got a short arm straight away. See, this is the part I didn't realise I was going to be able to see straight away when you get used to doing this. Explain to me how Flex Lewis, right, has got what? An 8-inch arm. Look at the size of that little Popeye muscle there. And then look at this. Oh, where is he? He's there. Look at that thing there. Imagine if that got big. Imagine if that got big there. And then bulk up that shoulder as well. Oh my gosh. This is why I tell you the upper body strength on a man, the vine swinging arms of a man, the reach of a man is going to outdo every FTM boxer there is. I'm telling you, when you put a real man in the ring with upper body strength against FTMs with lower body strength, because that's what they are, the biggest here, they're not biggest in the shoulders. And that's what they fool you here. They're not big in the shoulders. None of them are, look. And this would be way longer, wouldn't you? Know how it works. The bones here, look, at the top of this muscle, and the bones here. It's a tiny arm. That's why it's got a tiny muscle. It's a jacked up woman, same as this. Pretty boy, Floyd Mayweather. Look at the Bruce Lee indents. I showed you it yesterday. The scalpel has torn the breasts, look. Connor's covered up in tattoos, so you can't see it as good. But these that don't get the tattoos, you can see the scarring from a surgeon. Their arms don't hang straight, look. They don't hang down the body. She's wide as below the crotch. She got chicken nom-nom-noms. And she pulls the trousers up to her belly button like Bruce Lee did. These markers, I've spent years crafting them to show you how it's done. The flat clavicles, look, they're not V-shaped. That is not how you draw the letter V, is it? Perfect example of V-shaped clavs. Anthony Joshua. They vault in here, look, see it? We need a good shot. Where's the one where he's got his gloves on, like this? Now you can see the V shape. We want one where he's got his gloves on, and then you just see it instantly. It's like holding a violin. Women hold a violin different to a man. They also hold their boxing gloves and stance different to that of a man. Why can't I find that picture where you got your gloves up like that? There you go. Look at this line here. Look, that is the letter V. You do see it, right? Men can't do that. It's same with the elbow thing. We can't do that either. And right there, it's a man. It's a man with a wide face and a big neck. He's had his Adam's apple shaved down. You should be able to see it more and more, look. As you get better at it, you're going to recognise the rectangle eyes, look. They're not rounded and open. Anthony Joshua's got rounded open eyes, but this one, not that one. He put some timber on, didn't he, the lad? He got a bit chunky. I like them big. I like them. Oh my gosh, look at them bolt-on shoulders. Arms hanging. Explain to me how Kristen Johnson can keep his hands parallel to his body and Conor McGregor has to point them out. And don't tell me it's to do with the muscles, lats under there, because men's shoulders hang over their lats. That's why we've got bolt-on arms. That's why we have vine swinging arms. Look at this. Is that Al Pacino? No. Male nipple. Ah! I think I'm going to be sick. It's a dude. It is a big, long, vine swinging, spear throwing dude. Look at him. He should have been a javelin or shot putter. Look at them arm. We're done. This is a bloke. Final answer. Walking. I'll tell you what. We'll have a quick look for a bikini photo. You never. Oh my gosh. That reminds. Hello, wildlife and fisheries. That reminds me. I've forgotten to put the ironing board away. Look at that body. It is straight up and down. The feet. Look at them feet. Look at the arms on it. And nobody notices. Nobody notices the tiny little women with the shoulder tilt. Look at that shoulder tilt. The flat five. It looks like Daniel. What's his name? And the big hips. Is that his real wife? If I ever meet a couple like that, I'm not going to be able to hold it in. I'm not. Right. Straight away, the bald woman is a giveaway. Look at the size of them hips. It's wrong. You don't see couples like this. Very rarely. Very rare you see a natural couple like that. Women always want the men bigger than them, right? You do, don't you? You want to be smothered by us. It's very rare that you see a couple that look like that. Usually it's money. He's rich and she's not. She marries him. But that's how I used to think it worked. You know, like Bernie Eccleston and his wife. And I just think, how did these little men get all these big women? I thought it's money. It's not. It's because they're all flip-flops. Kristen Johnson fails forensics. It's a dude. I don't know who the chick with the umbrella is or whatever it is. But we are done. Kristen Johnson, I didn't put you in the back file, did I? Did I take your name? Copy. Back file. Open. Paste. Kristen Johnson. Searching. Right. Kristen's a bloke. Jared, I love your work. Look at the separation of them and not here, look. There's a much... Because of the flamingo foot look and the Q line, it creates that diamond look that's not here. Oh my gosh, he literally just look at the size of that jawbone. And this one's got one of them deep husky voices, hasn't he? Like Mariella Frostrup. All right, Kristen Johnson is a dude. Let's bring that back. Let's open up this. Backfire. Kristen Johnson. I bet I've spelt this name wrong because I thought it was Kirsten. And Johnson, not Johnston. I hope it finds it. Can get rid of... Oh my, that's an egghead. John Lithgow. Is your pet... That's got to be John Lithgow's daughter. It's a spitting image of her. Parents. John Lithgow it is. What's it called? Nepotism. They keep it in the family. Nepotism. Right. The money. They keep the money in the family. Right there. They will wink their eyes and stick out their tongues. I'll take that picture. Backfile. I know I've done you. Kristen Johnson. Oh, you're winding me up. I've got a triple, but I've got the skull check, but I ain't got half. Let me just put Kristen J. Search. Right, whilst that search is there, we can get rid of this one because I have done him. I know I have because he's a three face. There. Let's come back down this list. Ian Lithgow. Yeah, Ian Lithgow. This is John Lithgow's daughter. Spitting image of his mother. Look at the Joker face. The hamster cheeks look. Not high, wide cheekbones. It looks like he's got his cheeks stuffed with nuts. The sloping jawline, the lack of a jaw and chin at the bottom look. Just from chin to skin. Short neck, chin to tie ratio, non-existent. High set ears, close set eyes. Look at the five head. The face is narrow. It's not a bowling ball, is it, look? It's not a block or a square. It's egg-shaped. As much as they try, look, get your seal on her. You can't get rid of the pink lips. You can't separate the eyes. They can pull the ears up and down and change the sizes and shapes. They can mess with the chin. They can mess with the lips. They can mess with the brow bone. They can mess with the cheekbones. They can mess with the Adam's apple, but what they cannot do is separate those eyes and make them further apart. It's a dead giveaway. Do you know what I'm seeing here? I'm seeing George Clooney. Not quite as moon-faced as Clooney. But again and again, once you get used to look at them soft every time. Every time. You shall not pass! You will not pass. Those eyelashes alone give this person away. Now, I know that's not good enough in real life. It's not. But the eyes are the windows to the soul. If you're asking yourself, is this person flipped or not? That's your main pointer, innit? With normal people, you don't ask yourself that question. Straight away, I'm just like, chin, lips, eyes, ears, eyelashes, forehead. We're done. It's a girl. Chin to tie ratio. And she is the spitting image of a mother. She really is. Now I can see it. Not quite. It's got a bit of a father in her. But it is very similar look. There. I'm seeing someone else. Gunther off Friends. It might be Gunther off Friends that I'm seeing. Ian Lithgow. I don't think this one's in the back file. I don't think I've done the daughter. We'll find out though. Oh, Kristen. Oh, we didn't do Kristen, did we? Kristen Johnston. There it is. Do you know what? That's not a very good. That's an old one. It'll do though, I guess. Two Gates. There might be more somewhere, but that's all. On the face alone, that's all I need. Dom DeLuise is your parent. Dom DeLuise, parents there. Dom DeLuise, it is. He looks like his mum. I used to love Dom DeLuise. Let me let Marlo back in 1 second. Come on in, Daddy. Come on then. Come on. Aye, aye, aye. Yes. Right. Where were we? Bing-a-ding-a-ding. YouTube's not giving you notifications. Oh, it's been like that for years. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. You have to do it in the settings, don't you? When you come to the channel, it says notifications. You have to click notifications. Even then, there's no saying they'll give you one. Jesus said it wasn't going to be easy. John Lithgow's daughter. Beautiful eyelashes, close set eyes, 5 head, high set ears, pink lips, small dentures, buck teeth, sloping soft rounded jawline, no chin, no neck, no jawline, no Adam's apple, no trachea, no nothing. It's a girl, final answer. Walking is the question. Do you have any gaits? That's a partial. If that's you on the... No, it's not you on the left. No, you're standing. This ain't happening. She's not famous enough. I'm not even going to type the other one. Right, Dom DeLuise. I don't think this one's going to be bothered. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to look at these, didn't I? So this is Dom DeLuise's daughter. Oh, my God. Look at that 5 head straight away. What's the first thing you notice? It's the Klingon forehead, innit? You know, I think Star Trek and that were taking the mickey out of the FTMs and the MTFs. You know, Klingon. Is it a K? It is. Klingon. Forehead. As if it's not coming out. Forehead. There you go. Because a woman's skull bellows outwards. No, don't tap me there. Images. They made it really obvious. That is the female skull. Look, the big bellowing head, the close set eyes. Although Worf is a tall woman, I'll give you that. But they can add bits to this one, right? Make it bigger and smaller as they choose. In real life, they've just got these big Klingon foreheads, look. Dial M for Masons, because the Widow's Peak, look, is clinging on for dear life. Look at the Mickey Mouse ear shape on either side. Oh, it's really wide on this one. But a few years earlier, when the airline was a bit more forwarded, you would see the Mickey Mouse shape a lot more. But she went balls young, this one. He looks like Ray Winston. I'm definitely seeing Ray Winston. Sloping jawline, pink lips, small dentures, soft eyes, small high set ears, and a massive 5 head. Dom DeLuise. Squashy face. Draw a triangle, look how small the face is. Look how big the skull is. Do I have to keep showing you this? Look how small the face is. Look how big the skull is. Look how big the face is. Look how small the skull is. There are people out there that will tell you that the skulls don't work, that the skull training is insignificant, but it's not. It is second place to the hips. It beats everything else. It beats the clavicles. It beats the finger digit ratio. The first thing they look for when they find a mass grave are the hips. If they haven't got hips, then they're going to go to the face. The skull is the next big marker. I don't think there's any gates for David DeLuise, but we'll have a look quickly. Daughter to Dom. Captain Chaos. Was it Captain Chaos? Strange gate. There's a nice one. One gate, female, arms akimbo, tilted forward into the walk look. There's a flamingo foot there as well. Broken leg. There's an inline there. There's your third. There's my fourth. Right, we've got enough. I'm going to take these pictures. 1, 2, 3. Save image. 4. We'll take that one as your face. It'll do. A little bit big, but I don't care. Can I go forward a couple of pictures and pick out another gate? I'll take that one. Save image 4. One more. Is that you? It is, but it's no good. I don't need any more. That'll do. 4 will do. Dom DeLuise fails forensics. Not Dom DeLuise, David DeLuise. French Stewart, Harry Solomon. This one used to make me laugh. This one had the brain of a child in it. Didn't they get mixed up? The story goes that 4 aliens landed on the third rock from the sun, and the one with the brains went into the child. Oh, that's right. Was this one a genius? I can't remember. I don't know how it works. Something like that. The adult went in the kid, and the kid went in the adult. Vice versa. Which is basically what they're doing anyway, right? French Stewart from the Stewart family. Rod Stewart. Scottish royalty, the House of Stewart. Look at those pink lips. She got quite a wide dental arch for a girl, I'll give you that. But again, she's got the droopy eyes, look, the arched eyebrows, the Mickey Mouse ears, the flat 5 head, the small high set ears. Cheeks are in the wrong place, look. Not widest ear, widest there. And the sloping jawline with a pointed chin, the lack of an Adam's apple trachea. All these markers tell me you're a female. French Stewart, are you in the back file? Search. Should be. I think I've done third rock from the sun. Oh, he's laid right on me, bless him. Oh, sorry, mate. Did I disturb you? There you go. So, oh my word, she went bold, look. Life hasn't been very kind to me lately. Wow. Again with the 5 head. Look at the Mickey Mouse ears in the hairline. She's widest in the hairline. That is not a blockhead, is it? It's a Tic Tac. It's a sodding Tic Tac with pink lips. And again, the narrow face look. It's not wide. French Stewart walking. Have we got gates on this one? We do. That's a nice one. Oh, from Flamingo, full mints. There's a beautiful one. Game over. She's a ballet dancer. Look. French Stewart's a woman. Proven by the way she minces. That might be the only Gates look. I think it is the only Gates. That's short-lived. I don't think you're in the back file. I don't remember doing French Stewart. So look. Nothing. I don't have French Stewart. One of the lead members. I've got you now, though. Save image. Go back a pic. We'll take that one as well. That's a beautiful mince. 2. Have we got any more? No, that's it. I need your face then, French Stewart. Let's go back. 50-50 me. I quite like that one. It's a bit small. A bit big. Bit big, but I like it. I like that one as well. Look at those pink lips. This television on them lips is just mental. I think I'll take that one, French Stewart. I can't believe I ain't already done this one. I guess there were no gates and someone's added them. Thank you. Thank you, Father. All right, John Lithgow, you are definitely in the back file. Harry and the Andersons. Paste. Images. John Lithgow. Look at that squashy face. Grandma face, right? Grandma, we love you. Grandma, we do. I've seen a bit of Greg Davis in that face. Is it Greg Davis? The big tall one. I think it might be. Look at that face. Look. The soft jawline, the pink lips, the small dentures, the closer eyes, the gigantic 5 head that cones. She's got big but high set ears. She's got chin to tie ratio. It's non-existent, look. It goes from chin to skin and then to the tie. It's impossible. And this is a big girl, isn't it? A real big girl. If you haven't realised by now, it's a big club and we're not in it. It's a massive club. It really is. They run the world. They own everything. They think that they are chosen. They think that they are above us. They literally think in the, what is it, the Adam Cadmon theory, that God's a flip-flop in their version. And then Adam and Eve were actually one being and he split them. And now these people have replicated themselves in that image. And to me, it's just a baffo. You got to be kidding me. But this is it's the final answer to everything you've been looking for. I don't care what anyone says about flat earth, mud fossils, nukes, dinosaurs, whatever. Stonehenge, the pyramids, it all fails. It's all flawed and fails in comparison to actually being able to identify your enemy. I don't know what it takes to get it into you, flat earthers and mud fossilers and all the rest of you, that this is the final answer. Until you can see, right, all you that are listening to Barbara O'Neill. Oh, I'm spelling Barbara. Barbara O'Neill. I don't care. This person might be giving out some good advice, but right in with it, there's going to be a load of lies. I'm telling you now, because this person is not what he says he is. He is not what it says it is on the tin. There, look at that cast iron Diesel. The wide mouth, the deep set eyes. It's an absolute blockhead look. The face is not squashed and pushed downwards because the chin is almost as big as the forehead look. This big hook-nosed, look at the size of that Uta. He's one of the chosen people, I'm telling you. Look at the size of that schnoz. Where you from, mate? No city. They've been telling us in movies. Life of Brian give me so many answers. It really did. And they mocked Christ through that movie, right? The life of Brian, the life of Jesus. That's what they was telling you. When they put them all on the crosses at the end. And they were all singing, always look on the bright side of life. And that movie finished on that last line when he sings that song and he says, and when that final curtain goes up, just remember that the last laugh is on you. Because that's what these people are smiling about. The last laugh is on you. Because you never saw the beauty, the glory, and the kingdom of your almighty Father in heaven. Did that view for you. They gave you bread and circus. All the people that have fallen out with me because of this witch. It's a witch. It's a man pretending to be a woman. Warlocks are men pretending to be... witches are men pretending to be women. Warlocks are women pretending to be men. So when you think of a witch, you think of a woman, don't you? But it's not. It's one of these. It's a man with a big Uta and a long jawbone. Again, we could go back to... Charlton and the Wheelie Witch for Barbara O'Neill. You can go back to it and do that same face. I know it's not an FTM, but look, it's pretty close. The jaw, the Uta. But people are idolising, exactly, people are idolising this witch. Right, ask yourself this. Do any of the big flat earth channels talk about this subject? Nope. Do any of the big mud fossils channels talk about it? Nope. About the dinosaur channels? What about these homeopathic people? Do they talk about this? None of them do. Because once you can do it, you can just skull check this dude here. The wife's the one that gets your husband. If you don't believe that that's a man, look at the wife. Look at the little look at who's got the bigger face. It's so simple. This is why they don't want you to learn the skulls. Because you can just look at a picture like that and go, Houston, we have a problem. Sean got the gates for the wife and the husband. Thank you, Sean, by the way, for doing that. This was one of the big targets for trans investigators because this person has it's an influencer. It influences people all around the world to take these homeopathic remedies that he's prescribing and saying is backed up and everything else. Look, I know that all the medicines are in flowers and natural herbs. God, that's the way God created the world. They can't make money out of the natural stuff. I don't know. I've never really watched or paid attention to this dude, right? Does he make his own medicines? Does he sell his own medicines? It's a question. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Whether money's involved, the chosen people are involved. Whether money's involved, there's someone counting shekels in the background. I'm telling you now. This one's got a flat face. She's got a bum hole in the chin. Where's your jaw? I'm just asking for a friend. I'm asking for a bloke in New Zealand. Where's your jaw? Look, this is what a real jawbone now. Come on, give me my picture back. There, that's what a real jawbone looks like, look. An absolutely square jawbone. Mine versus that thing there. Look, look at that. Where's your jawbone? It only takes an average IQ a few weeks to get the hang of this, especially at the speed I teach it at. Remember, all my lessons are diluted. Go watch my training videos. If you don't understand it first time, re-watch it. Memorize it. So that when you look at someone like this, you're just going to see a flat face look. The nose is not big, it's snubbed. The ears are not large. And if I could show you a picture of my ear compared to that, honestly, I look like an African. It's like comparing an African elephant to an Indian elephant. I'm a real man. Oh my gosh, who's this? Barbara O'Neill in Germany catches up with one of Misty's staff. Marlene was one of our cooks, and a wonderful cook she was. This is Marlene. Marlene's got a big head, hasn't he? I'm just saying. Marlene's got some broad shoulders. He seems to be lacking boobs. However, this person over here seems to have a nice big 5 head, a widow's peak, a wide skull. Everything here looks smaller than over here at Bobra and his male cooking. See, this is what happens when you study it properly. You just, even on a blurred picture, look, it's not working, is it? It's not working. The veil is lifted. And this is what I'm talking about. This is the most important subject you can learn. It wreaks havoc on everyone. The fittest flat earther, Mark Sargent, Dave Murphy, David Weiss, they're all terrified of this subject. When all their listeners, all the real flat earthers in the world, the real natural people, cotton on to this subject, they're going to be like, I've sent you thousands of dollars, David. I bought your app on the phone, David. I'm a flat earth dating app. Can you remember that? We've got a dating app for flat earthers. Oh my gosh. Talk about the road being narrow. It's so narrow, the flat earthers were peppered across the world. Real ones. But this is point and case, right? There is only one person, God. And he's not a person, or whatever God is, the ethereal spirit that created this realm and everything in it and created you and I in his own image is there. I don't need a book to prove it to me. He's self-evident. God is everywhere. I see him in nature. I see him in fruits. I can see him in lemons and oranges and pineapples and grapefruits. All these flavors that he gave us, all these different types of fruits with different fibers in them. Oh my God, God is amazing. Until your eyes are truly open to the fact that God exists, you can't listen to the messengers properly, can you? When you've tried to relay this message to family and friends, they don't want to listen. They think you're crazy. But you saw the truth, and that's what makes you very special to God. It really does. Even if you don't think so, you are. You saw past Satan's veil. You see through these pictures. You can see through Barbara O'Neill. The Charlton wheelie face gives it away. The Klingon foreheads. Is there any other trans investigator that teaches you this way? Nope. Because I'm a real one. I'm a real boy. John Lithgow, however, is not a real boy. He's got close set eyes. He's got no brow bone. He's got eye set ears. He's got pink lips, small dentures, soft rounded jawbone, and a 5 head. Right there, can you see the girl looking back at you? With the soft cheeks and the small... Look at them little buck teeth. The size of that dental arch. I've seen 4-year-olds bite bigger chunks into digestive biscuits than this dude ever could. Till the cows come home. Right, okay, so John Lithgow is a girl. This is another girl right here. Whoever that is with the close set eyes. Oh, it's Dr. Octavius. What did I call him? Alfred. It's Alfreda Molina over there. They both got... This one's got really close set eyes, look. This one's slightly further apart, but it's still close set. This is the greatest gift that God has ever given me. To be able to see this, be able to laugh at it. To be able to realize that God in his almighty wisdom, in the beginning, when God created the heavens and the earth and every life in it, he created one life form unlike any others. We're not related to chimpanzees. We're related to God. Although we don't act this way. We act like chimpanzees because of these people. Just the premise that you are Earth solar system. You are the third rock from the sun. Just that sentence there, with the third rock from the sun, subliminally brainwashes you into this nonsense. Look, there are no pictures of Earth. I don't care what anyone says. The only pictures of Earth are taken by natural people, and it shows it to be flat and stationary. The only place where I can get this bullshit from, and it is cartoons. That's the only way. Why can't they actually show me that? Right, think about this, folks. If they can zoom in on St. Bernard's star, which is the closest star, which is still, I don't know, 30 light years away, traveling at the speed of light for 30 years, you'll get to that star, allegedly, right? If they can zoom in and show you, like, other galaxies, other solar systems, other planets, and are zoomed right in on them, why can they not show me that? They've got satellites out at the edge of our solar system looking back. Well, they can turn around, allegedly. Why don't they take a real picture? Why don't they show me the sun and show me that I am third rock from the sun? Because it's all subliminal brainwashing. The only place, dang it, get off. The only place that you are going to see what you believe to be where you live is in cartoons. Like, it's a cartoon. Why can I not see this? Why have they never taken this picture? People do it on Earth. That when all the planets align, when all the stars align, people do it on Earth. So why can't they do it in space? Why can't they show me the moon eclipsing the sun in space with one of their little tiny satellites, no bigger than a car? Why can't the space station film the eclipse from space? The only place you can see it is from an aeroplane or air balloon. Because you can't go up there. Everything's a lie. There are no pictures of Earth. Earth doesn't exist as you know it. It's a lie. Look at this. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to realise there are no stars in space. They can't show you the stars. Even when they do show you stars like this, look, it's bollocks. Because they know that someone on Earth, some nerdy astrologer with a 35 centimetres telescope that can see Mars and Venus, would triangulate the distances and say, no, the stars are in the wrong place. What's going on, NASA? That's why they don't put stars in space. In space, no one can hear you scream. Why? Because there's no medium. The only reason you can hear my voice is because my voice, the sound, the frequency, is vibrating on the air in front of me and the microphone. If there was no air, you wouldn't be able to hear me. Just like putting an alarm clock inside a vacuum and sucking the air out. You won't hear the alarm clock because there's no air for the sound to carry on. So in space, no one can hear you scream. Let's go back. Cartoons. Everything is cartoons and CGI. Do you get it yet? They're saying that they've got cameras that can zoom into planets like this, but they can't take a picture of the solar system like that, showing me that I'm third rock from the sun. They've never gone in a satellite and zoomed in upside down in Australia and showed me people throwing dogs and balls upside down. Showed me someone peeing into a toilet upwards in Australia. That's what I want to see. If you've got a telescope, a satellite that can read a matchbox, that's what they said. CIA said we can read a matchbox from space, 250 miles up. We can read a matchbox from space. So you can zoom in from space on a guy taking a piss upwards in Australia in real time. I'll wait. It's not happening. Not in a million years. Right. I've lost my way again. I'm ranting. John Lithgow, are you in my back file? You are. Oh, I've got two of them. That one will do, though. Let's open that one and drop John Lithgow. No, that's desktop, dickhead. Download back file. There we go. We'll take that one, John. There's John. Right, there's another one. Third rock from the sun. It's brainwashing. It makes you believe that you live on a rock third place from the sun. When you don't, you live on the earth, which is centre of everything. We are the hub of all life anywhere known to mankind. There could be other life forms out there with God. I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, he created us in his image, and every life form that he created here is a perfect, working, finished life form. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Neither. God created chickens with a reproductive system and put them on earth. Perfect answer. If you've got eyes that can see God, that is. Right. Let's come back. John Lithgow is a girl walking, just to finish her off. And we're done. Look at that mince. Look at the arm akimbo. That's what women look like coming out of Asda's. Shopping bags under their arms. Look at that mince. We're done. Look at that shoulder tilt. Look at the wide hips. That's what the fitted suit is fitted to hide the woman's hips. That's what it's about. The tailors. State of that. Inline footfall. Arms akimbo. Do. It's called PixArt. PixArt. There it is. PixArt. That's the one that does it. Well, that's the one Race uses. There's a different... As long as you've got a photo app that'll let you go transparent on the skulls, you have to be able to make this picture transparent, opaque. It has to have an opacity meter somewhere in the app for you to be able to drop the transparency on that picture, just leaving the outlines and the male skull, female skull writing. Done. Right, where are we? John Lithgow's a girl. Final answer, proven by the way she walks. Next. Simbi Cali. I don't know if I've got Simbi Cali. Oops, give me that. Simbi Cali. Simbi Cali. Copy. Back file. Open. Paste. Done. Search. What's it? Searches. We will go after the pics. The male clavs. Look at the distance in that meatball slot there. He's got male staring eyes. He's got a thick brow. Look at that brow bone running over the eyes, look, into the corners. Short male forehead, large, low set ears, wide mouth, square jaw, shadowcaster look. He reminds me of Whoopi Goldberg a little bit. He is a big fella, isn't he, Whoopi? Ouch. Thanks, Marlo. Right, so we're looking at Simbi Cali. Back file, 1 second. Let me have a look. Back file. Open. I'm still searching. Simbi Cali, come here. It's a dude. So's that one. Look at the size of that arm. Look at that. When I look at women, I do not see the lion smile. I don't see the large African elephant ears. And I never, ever, ever see this huge wrench. If a woman has a long arm, it's so slender, it's unreal. It is so slender. But because we've been looking at these Brutuses, look at that. Right, another good pointer that you're looking at a man. Remember, they've softened the jawline here. It's still a square jaw, look. It's the length of this jaw. A real woman with a head in this same position on a real woman, I'll tell you what the markers are. This chin would be back here somewhere, and it would be flat. The face would be flatter. The nose would be back and pudgy. The mouth would be smaller. Everything's going to be miniaturized on the woman. Squashy face. That is still, even from the side look, it's a spread face. The eyes are deep set. The ear is large and low set, almost in line with the mouth look. The fact that the chin overhangs the forehead tells you that this is a man. With a woman, it slants backwards, and you can see it in, where's that beautiful picture of the side shot? Is that it? That's not it. That one. There. So, what we're talking about is the male chin protruding past the forehead. But the woman's chin, look, you can see it's tucked backwards. And it's behind the forehead, if not in line with it. Okay? Pay attention in class. Oops. Bink. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Even though they've scalped, remember, they've shaved this chin down and the jaw and everything. It still protrudes past the forehead, look. It's a keen marker. Telling you that you're looking at a man. I don't think Simbi Cali is going to be in the back file somehow. No, you're not. I don't think you've got any gates somehow. No, you haven't, because there's no pictures. Let's have a quick look. Walk in. Oh, there's one there. Simbi Cali. Oh, it's a good gate as well. Dude here, that must be your son. Again, I can't express this enough. They do it to their own children. Whatever cult, satanic, twisted lifestyle that they live in, they're doing it to the children as well. George Bush Sr. said in one of his speeches, if the American public knew what we'd done to them, they would lynch us. They would literally lynch us in the streets. That was President Bush's own words. We've got one gate. I will take it because you are part of this TV show, but I'll take that as your face. Save image. That's a male skull. I don't care. Look at that male cheekbone. Look how wide it is here and not in the skull. It's widest in the cheekbones. Large, low set ears, look. Simbi Cali is a man. Thanks for playing CSI. Next. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. We've definitely got you, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Copy. Back file. Back file. There we go. Open, paste. Search. Whilst it searches, we are looking for Joseph Gordon-Levitt. This one was in that 9/11 film, wasn't it, where he's tightrope walking across the towers. There's some big tells in that film as well. Oh, Marlowe, you stink, dog. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Oh, my top smells nice. Smells the Lenore. Close set eyes, high set ears, widest in the hairline, look. Sloping jawline, pointed chin. Ask yourself, oh, balls. Ask yourself, where's your Adam's apple? If this is a man, where's the mastoids? Where's the trachea? Why has he got pink lips? Why is he widest in the hairline? Why are his ears small and high set? Because I'm looking at a female skull. A young girl that was changed at a very young age, look, and produced. Remember, these are productions. They're not real people I'm talking about. That's another reason they can't take me to court, because I'm a real person and they're not. The actor, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, is exactly that, an actor. It's not the person who... It's just a name. It's like Jim Carrey said, there is no Jim Carrey, I'm just an act. You've watched me in this movie, that movie. It was a great chat, actually, that Jim Carrey had in that movie about him not being Jim Carrey. It was... Jim, was basically telling me he's not even a man. Why he's not Jim Carrey. It's Jim Carrey couldn't take me to court anyway because he's not a real person. He'd have to appear as the real name, whatever, Jemima Carey or whatever she's actually called. You see, that's the bit that breaks my heart. If all of these people are in on it and they're all drinking adrenochrome, if it exists, and I don't believe in it, if they're having pizza and hot dog parties If any of that's true, you've been worshipping pedophiles all around the world. And it's not just Jimmy Savile then, is it? That's actually doing it. But I can't even prove that. See, Jimmy's a girl, and all the girls he touched are boys. So I've got a problem with the whole story. Same with Ian Huntley and the serial killers and all this. Everything's flipped on me. The boys are girls, the girls are boys. So how can I believe anything about these stories? I can't. They can't even tell the truth about their core identity. Who they actually are. You see, you can mince it and mash it up as much as you like, but I grew up in the 70s. My parents taught me there are some people out there that are absolutely batshit crazy. They have to put them in special homes, Peter. They hear voices. They've got split personalities, Peter. They don't think like, the way my dad explained it was, me as Peter would think I was my brother Paul. That's the way my dad put it. For me to, as a young child, to understand what split personality meant. He said, that would be you, Peter, pretending to be your brother Paul. When you know you're actually Peter. And I'd say, Peter's crazy because he thinks he's his brother Paul. Now, the children in the schools can come as barnyard animals. Now, that is crazier than rat shit, and it is, though. When kids are coming to school with fluffy ears and fluffy tails, the teachers are feeding them kibble out of their hands, little people biscuits, kibble biscuits for people. And then they don't even use a toilet, they're using litter trays. At which point do those parents need God to come down and just have a word in the shell likes? I'm stuck here in Invertedville, and so are you. If you're a real person, a natural person like me, you're stuck here in Invertedville, where the world's not flat, it's a ball. Where you weren't created in God's image, you were descended and created from chimpanzees. Even though they can't show me any missing chimps. Links. And it's well documented. No, it's not a fact, is it? It's a theory. Theories are not facts. I like to stand in fact. I know, in fact, there is a God. I do. I didn't learn it from a book. As much as I like the Bible, and I love the Bible. I don't just like it, I love the Bible. It's not how I realised God existed. It was from realising under my own IQ that I was not spinning. And the minute I spoke those words into this realm, I'm not spinning. God was there. All the angels were there when I said it. I realised that the world was flat and that God existed. Before I'd even read a page in that book or listened to a page in that book, I knew that God existed. People say that I don't need a medium to talk to God. Meaning Jesus. Jesus would be the medium, right, for me to be able to talk to God. I agree with that because the self, myself, I had no clue when all this happened that God exists, truly God existed. And that's what the discovery of the truth does to you. The discovery of God changes you personally. It really does. And when I hear people spewing hatred left, right and centre, I think, have you actually... You can't have found God yet because you wouldn't be that venomous, that full of hatred. It's not good for you to have them emotions. It's wickedness, right? Hatred is wickedness. Jesus was never wicked. And he never hated. He loved everyone, right? And they still crucified him. So that tells you what this world is and why you are not of it. What happened when you told your friends about the flat earth or about dinosaur or whatever? Whatever you told them about, what happened to you? They crucified you, didn't they? They all turned on you. Your so-called best mates turned on you. Whispered behind backs with other best mates. He's lost it. She's lost it. They're crazy. I'm 13 years on from that moment, from realising that so-called friends weren't my friends. They just pretended for many years, decades even, to be my friend. In reality, they never were my friends. They just acted. They were acting. They were just acting like my friends. It's part of the cost of knowing the truth. Knowing who to trust and who not to trust. And although most of my friends have natural faces and are natural people, they don't have the same natural emotions that I have. They don't care. And that's what always separated me from them as well. From the few good friends that I did choose in this world, I was never like them. I was never nasty or horrid like them. I have been nasty and horrid in my life. I've done stupid things. And if I'd known God was there, I'd take it all back. I truly would. But I can't. He made it linear. He made it an experience where you are going to make mistakes, but he gave you the option to care that you made those mistakes, to have remorse and regret. And most importantly, repent for the mistakes that you've made in this world. I do it every day. I have another memory. I remember stealing something or saying something or doing something. And I'm sorry to God and the person I've done it to all the time. The only way to the Father is through me, is what he said. And during my life, I didn't have that guidance, so I made a lot of mistakes. I've never done anything like this. I've never hurt children, and I've never hurt a woman like that, but the abuse that goes on in this world to women and children is unholy. Unholy. Real men don't do that. We don't. We don't hurt women. We don't hurt children. Sometimes we hurt other men, particularly if they're going to hurt us, but we don't go out our way to tell natural people. I'm not just talking about men now. I'm talking about women as well. Natural men and women don't hurt children. We don't go out our way, and if it wouldn't matter what colour the child was, right? It wouldn't. To a natural person, it wouldn't matter what colour the child was. If a child come running up and needed your help, you'd give them it, right? You would, right? It wouldn't matter where they come from, what colour they were, you'd give that child assistance, wouldn't you? That's what I'm talking about. That's what the grace of God does, right? I always had that. I never saw people's colours. In all walks of life, there are horrid men. And it's mostly men, it really is. In all walks of life, there are horrid men. There are horrid women too, but much less. It's a male thing. I don't know. You want to call it alpha male personality or whatever. And some alpha males are absolutely rotten to the core. They are. And they do horrid things, and they don't realise that God exists. And when they do, they'll wish that somewhere in their life they'd realise that they weren't spinning, or that dinosaurs never existed, or something got through the way it did for me and you. They're gonna beg him for mercy. But I think you're supposed to do it in the living. You're sorry and you repent. You realise in the living. Well, by the time when you die and your spirit ascends upwards and you realise the earth is flat and it's not spinning and it's the heavens that are going round in front of you, you're going to realise before you've even got to him that he exists, that you've been lied to, that the last laugh was on you. You're supposed to realise and recognise his glory whilst you still have a breath in your lungs, whilst you've still got a heart that's pumping. It's not even pumping, right? It's a ribbon. Your heart is a folded up ribbon shaped that way. It's very strange. I actually thought the heart was a heart-shaped organ. It's not. It's like a piece of string, like a piece of rope, coiled up to the shape of a heart. It's a vortex generator, basically. It's not even what they told you it is. It's not a pump, it's a vortex generator. I know that the greatest vortex in the world is God. And he created this realm for us to live in, and we're supposed to be happy, and we're supposed to have an abundance of everything. These people that tell you it's much better when you wait for something and then you appreciate it instead of just having it all. If we all had everything, life would be ace, wouldn't it? If everybody did everything for free, made tellers, fixed cars, whatever you chose to do, you did it for free, then everybody would have everything for free. What a life, what a world. But that's not how it is. That's how it was in the beginning. But Satan ruined it and started charging. And now we're at the point where we're not just charging for stuff, we're at pay-per-view. I saw a great little advert the other day. People in the future are going to spend all day looking at a tiny little screen instead of going out and playing. This was kids. People in the future. it was brilliant when they laid it down what we do now. People in the future aren't going to have their own music collections. They're going to be subscribed to a music channel. And if they ain't got the money for the music channel, the music just turns off. I can only see the optimistic side and smile and laugh like this because I know God exists. And I know whatever Satan has done to me in the past and whatever I have done in this world, it's different now. It's totally different now. I'm persecuted by my friends. Satan doesn't have to persecute me at all now. I'm just persecuted by my friends and family. Other peers. And for what? For knowing the truth. For recognising. This looks like young Keanu Reeves to me. Pink lips. For recognising pink lips, high set ears, lacking jawbones, Adam's apples, close set eyes and flat foreheads. For realising that these people stand in front of brick walls because they're all Masons. They're into Freemasonry. For realising that the world's not spinning. For realising that water's level. For falling in love with God. That's what it is. That's what they hate me for, because I fell in love with God. And people always say, he's a Bible basher. I don't Bible bash. I really don't. I might talk about the Bible. I don't Bible bash. I don't stand on street corners Bible bashing. If we inherently get to talk in person, the conversation is going to come around to God. No matter who I'm talking to. I love to blow people's minds. I either blow the mind open or I seal it off. From me, of course. Someone else will have to get into that nut. Crack that nut. It's not me. But when I do it in a gentle manner and I do it in a laughing way. So you can see the bright side of life. There is a bright side of life. Even though we're living in Satan's world, there is a brighter side of life. I would be, when I look at people when they're out and about and they're all worried and they're all stressed and they're putting up the oil prices and the gas prices because of the Russian and the Iranians and all this, and they're all worried and they're all stressed and none of them can think for themselves. They can't look on the brighter side of life because God isn't there for them like he is for you and me. They don't have faith in Jesus Christ like you and I. Maybe you don't have faith in Jesus. The messenger, Jesus said, don't worship me, worship the Father. Eddie Griffin put it best as a celebrity flip-flop. It doesn't matter who the messenger was. Did you get the message? Oh, Marlo. Tell you what, I'm getting the message. You're not having any more kebab meat. God loves everyone. This is the part that they hate. God loves everyone. Satan hates everyone, but God loves everyone. And even though these people have done this, And like I said, I don't know what they've done personally. Pizza parties, adrenochrome, if any of it's real. I don't know what they've done personally. But God still gave them a chance to find the way back also. Because this young girl didn't ask to be changed into Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Satan did this to her. And she might be so far into brainwashville that she can't help but do as she's told. I don't know how this works. I really don't. I don't know if they're all evil. I can't tar them all with that brush. I can tar them all as flip-flops. I can tell you that they're all Satanists, but I can't tell you what level of satanic shite they're into. Because apparently there's levels. Like becoming a Mason. A normal person can get up to the 3rd degree in Masonry, right? That's what they say. And then thereafter, they have to sacrifice. But normal people don't get to do that. All the top Masons look like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, including the head honcho of the Freemasons, whoever it is. The Earl of Kent, whoever it is. Right, tic-tac head. Their motto is making good men better. You can't make a woman into a good man. Ever. How can you make something good out of a lie? You can't. Something has to have a core that's good to be truly good. That's what makes God. And the devil not so. Oh, Marlo, will you stop farting? It's blowing me head off, that is. Right, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, backfire you. I'm ranting again. I am so sorry. What time is it? Nearly 10 o'clock and I ain't even finished three investigations in 2 hours. I'm really slow tonight. I'm sorry. Right, let's get the next one. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Did we get the gates? Let's just put the gates in for you. Show you that it is a girl. There's a tightrope walker, look. This film had so much truth in it. But there it is. Everything's done on green screen. Look at that bow-legged bitch in the back. It looks like a demented dwarf version of Bryan Cranston. It's the 5-head. But there you go. Full mints and a beautiful diamond in there. Forensic students and skull checkers from around the world don't look at the world the same way as normal sheeple do. We have an insight, even if they don't have this insight, the green screen and lies, we have an insight into the world by looking at people's faces, the way they walk, the way they carry themselves, the sound of their voice. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was dating Kristen Johnson. No, he can't have been, surely. He's just going for a walk. The way that God has designed this world is that there's still love, there's still poetry, there's still happiness, there's still joy, there's still babies, there are still beautiful songs, but it's not the way he intended. He didn't intend for the spirit of his own image to do this to children, to do what they've done to each other and us. It's a horrible place when you sit and properly think about it. I know it is. But God still left you a door open that you can just realise that you're not part of it, that you're not part of this world, that you do not love it, you don't idolise these fake liars, that you don't accept the lies, that anything that they say is documented is still bollocks until it's proven by yourself, to be researched by yourself. I researched flat earth, I researched mud fossils, the Montauk Man, the Bigfoot, the UFOs. I researched so many subjects and not one of them brought me as close to God as this one did. Flat earth brought me to God, it did, but it didn't bring me close to him. brought me closer, but it didn't bring me close. This one brings you close because you understand what he did here in creation. The human mind, well, we say it's the mind, the spirit, the soul, the personality that you're listening to here right now. You've got one too. My name's Pete. There were lots of Petes in this world, but I'm Poncho Pete. There have been other Poncho Petes, as I've come to find. I'm not the original Poncho Pete, because there is nothing new under the sun. Again, I'm Bible bashing, but I don't care. I can only point you in the direction. I'm not here to tell you that you're wrong. Or maybe about this subject, but I'm not here to tell you about you're wrong about your faith. Your faith is yours. And faith is the biggest loss in this world. I'm not just talking about the lack of faith in God. I'm talking about the lack of faith in other people. The lack of faith that they have in you. Faith is underrated. It really is. Do you know who he reminds me of there? Him out of Star Trek, the robot, the silvery face, or Data. Reminds me of Data. Pale faced bitch. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a girl. Final answer. We're done. We added you. Let's get this one. Jane Curtin. Is that a final? No. That's the final. Jane Curtin, JC code. She's got a very famous face, hasn't she, this one? Been in loads of stuff. I would not have known that... I forgot what I was going to say. I would not have known that this person's name was Jane Curtin, but I do recognise the face because of that jawline. Look, that male jaw, the wide mouth, the rectangular fat. Draw a triangle. Look at the size of the head. That face fills that skull, doesn't it? That right there is a male trachea. Them right there are male cheekbones, widest below the eyes, look, not in the hairline, below the eyes. She's had a chin, he has had his chin. Sometimes if a mic cuts out, it's because I'm laughing too loud. People complain that I'm not close enough to the microphone. I mean, it's within 10 inches of my face, but when I bring it down to this level and it's right here, the minute as soon as I do that, it'll cut out. So I keep it at a distance slightly, 10 inches or so. So it'll still pick me up. You can still hear me, right? But I've tried. It's only when I start laughing or something, so I blow the mic out, so it cuts the audio out, I think, when I start. Where's my OBS? Bap, 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 bap. See, that goes up into the red. But when I really raise my voice there, I'm really shouting, that's blowing. My microphone is totally blocked out in red there. So I think I'm blowing the mic out. I don't know. It didn't cut out. Oh, it didn't cut out when I did that. You know what? Even when I laugh, even now it's going into the red there. I didn't realise how sensitive that microphone is. Right. Let's go back. So we're looking at this massive face man, rectangular eyes, thick brow bone, short sloping forehead, wide ass cheekbones, a big mouth, and of course the male shoulders. Look at the male shoulder. Is that all him? Or is that a chair? Oh, it's a chair. For a second there I thought that was all him. I was going to say he's massive. Is that his wife? That looks like John Goodman. That is John Goodman. I think John Goodman had a a gastric band put in. She lost a lot of... Wow, Gene Wilder's face. Close set eyes, sloping jawline. Right, we're done. Jane Curtin is a big old... Is that him now? Oh my gosh. Do you know what that looks like? I'm one of only 7 women in the world.
I'm one of 7 women who can sing Old Man River in the original key. Old Man River, that old man river.
Look at that man face. Look at it. Look at that dirty man face. Ready? Oof. You'd swear it was Kathleen Turner, wouldn't you? But apparently, Jane Curtin here, JC code with a bowling ball head, turned into a pit monster. I think this is why they take them off the screens, because they become really ugly the older they get. The veil itself rips it, right? Absolutely rips it. What is that? Deep Dive. What is that about? Jessica St. Clair, June, Diane Raphael. 3 first names. Deep Dive. Why are they purple babies? It's got my attention. I want to see the Deep Dive. Oh, is that a podcast? Right. Oh, that's what he's from. Coneheads. With Dan Aykroyd. Tell me, which one of them, even though they're angled, look, who's got the stronger jawline, who's got the bigger face? Start there. Then look at the lips. Who's got pink lips, who's got red lips? Who's got really low set ears, look? It's mental when you can see the markers, even when they're wearing like Klingon heads and all the rest of it. They stand out. The bigger face stands out. The square jawline, look, of a man. The diesel. That right there, Tracy Hempel, is a diesel. A diesel all the way to the bank. You could turn that head upside down and fashion swords on it like an anvil. Is that Demi Moore? Oof. Look at the size of his bowling ball head. Look at the large, low set ears. Look at the clavicles. The male square shoulder, look. Look how square that shoulder is. Whether you like it or not, this is the truth. Whether you like it or not, this is a rollout of the truth. They're not going to stop. None of this is going to stop. It's just going to become more intense until it's just in their faces, the people's faces. And when everybody's got their own answer, whether they care or not, that'll be game over. That'll be the final countdown right there. That'll be the coming of the Son of Man and God presenting himself to the world. Many people want God to just come out and say, I'm here, and then they'll believe in him. That's not good enough. That he said faith that you know is there. He left you plenty of clues to his existence. The question is, did you get the message? Walking. Jane Curtin. I don't know if I've got this one. Let's have a quick look. Copy, back file, open, paste, search. Jane Curtin, JC code. Jesus. Look at those eyes. Demented. The jawbone on it. You could put bolts in his neck. He looks like Frankenstein. We need one more for this group. Jane Curtin, are you there? Searching still. Let's have a look for another cast member. What's on waiting? Wayne Knight. I think we've done Wayne Knight. John Cleese is in it, is he really? TJ Hooker. Let's do Wayne Knight if you're not in the back file. 1 second, let me check. Still going. Have you got any walking pictures, Jane? There. One walking picture. Maybe a second. Oh, he's in the background. Oh, you can see it though, I think. Oh, Getty Images in the way, but it's just offset. I think that might be the only gate for Jane Curtin. Hormones really mess with her eyes. God would agree. That reminds me, I've forgotten to put both the ironing boards away. Look at those clavicles. Jane Curtin, Backval. Are you there? You're not. Wayne Knight. Well, let's just put Knight in there. That should find you. Knight. LA Knight. Who's LA Knight? Is that a singer or something? Let's come up straight away. TR Knight. I don't know who that one is either. I wasn't expecting all these Knights. I was just expecting Wayne. This one's out of Jurassic Park, innit? The fat one. Doop, 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 doop. Doop, 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 doop. Gladys Knight, I was expecting that one. Who am I doing? Jane. No, Wayne. I should have put Wayne in. There's loads of bloody Knights. Jordan Knight, Jonathan Knight. Oh my gosh. Beverly Knight. There's the one I'm looking for. Wayne Knight. And yeah, we got you. That'll do. Stay. Come. Open. Wayne Knight. Right there. And boom. There you go. Third rock from the sun. Done. Let's close that one. Let's come back to class. Let's cut this one out. I was ranting. This is going to be a long one, isn't it? 1 hour 11. Let's see what that does. Third rock from the sun. Third rock from the sun. Third rock from the sun. Lovely. There we go.